Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Jab. So today in this video we are going to be designing this beautiful looking flyer for personality of the week. Whichever place you are, it's a flyer that we are going to design, and we are going to take everything step by step to the very end. So stay tuned. My name is Joyabzo, a YouTuber. I do Photoshop videos, so subscribe to my channel for other awesome content, educative one that will help your creativity growth. Okay, so what you do is you create, let me start again. You create 10 by 10 inches and resolution 300 is going to be on media, social media, and we have RGB. For that's because it's social media. If it's printing, you change this to CMYK and you create. After creating, the first thing you do is to add the background gradient. I'm using Photoshop CC 2020. If you are not having CC 2020, I think I'll just show you the gradients and you copy them. So you have this color blue and we have purple here. You can use other colors that you want, just the two gradients, and that is that. So after you are done with that one, what you now do is you add your circle. So we use rounded rectangle. Reduce the height, increase it a bit. Okay, so when you do that, you come here, you just bring everything down to 0 and you set this to 600. That's if you're using the same dimensions as mine, but if you are not, you just adjust them till you have this as rounded. This is not even very rounded anyway, but you can increase this to have that adjustment for you. So when you are done with that, you create another one inside it. Let me make the color. You clip it inside. Change this to white. When you're done with that, you create another rectangle. And with this, we are only increasing only one side of it. That's the top corner, top left corner. And when you are done, you just hover it over it and adjust your side. We'll do all editings to it here. You go to gradient, you add gradient, and this is the gradient I used. I used almost the same color, but the only difference is the variation. So this, for instance, I picked this from this side, then this from this side, from the same gradient, just to give it some solid rounded look. Here to be too obvious, so you just from there you add a drop shadow. On the drop shadow, you make sure you reduce it so that it won't be too much. For the spread, you can increase the spread. After that, add your text in there. White color. The font that I use there is SCA Scribe, not. It's a script font. I may need to reference the font color for you, sorry. that is Cambriba script. So copy. For those of you who are not very conversant with shortcuts, you click on the Alt key and you drag. Click again, you drag. Click again, you drag. So Alt plus the left click, and that's what copy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you add another one, 7. You distribute them. And when the distribution does, it's always on a move sign that you can distribute. And you horizontally center them. You can reduce the font generally. Okay. So that is it for here. We now have the personality of the way that to save your time, I designed it here already. So here I'll just change this. You can check out the font for yourself. We have Scarab script. This is Hobo, and this is SF Comics. So in case you want to use exactly the same font, you can just go in for them. So from there, you also bring in the logo. The logos to I didn't want to waste your time. That's why spend much of your time. That's why I just typed them earlier. So Joe, yep, so. So Arial is an inbuilt font. Okay, so that is also done. So what's now left is just some few details on the background. Which you can just get to the background, and when you get to the background, you just go and insert them inside. We have this picture. I found it on Splash. Just search Bible and Bible on a beach. That's how you find it. So when you put it there, you change the blend mode to overlay and reduce the opacity down. After that, you lock it to prevent movements on it. And another design that was kept up here, shiny green. This also goes down. But it should be above the Bible on beach layer. You reduce the opacity to 50. Okay, so after that, you can generally leave it, but I don't want it to spread throughout because it's taken away my original gradient plan. So you just max it here, select the brush tool. When you click on the B, you find the brush tool and you increase it as big as this. You can use 35% hardness and you scrub or you brush off the details. In case it's not bright enough, you just make sure this was supposed to be black. Okay, sorry, I was painting, so you rather click on this and it's easier. So the black on top cleans it for you. So you have done. Gotten most of our font names. $man, and these are supposed to be the scripts. Caps. So here I increase the space of them at least to cover a good range since they are not that big. And I bolden this as well. So now finally what you now do is you just, anytime you are getting the personality of the way, you just select on the rounded rectangle, go to your pictures and select at least a fresh boy or girl. So this is my picture. You clip it in. If you don't understand how the clip in is done, what you do is when you're on it, you click on a picture, right click, go to create clipping mask, and it takes the shape of the racing. But for those who are Photoshop experts or Photoshop advanced, you just click on Alt and between the picture and the shape, and it clicks in or out for you. So this is also to be clicked in. So at this place also you type in, you have the name, so you have so anytime you can always change the gradient to just change completely the design or any of these. So whichever other details that you are putting there, you just edit it. So all these are editable details that you can always do at any time. So this is basically how you design a very wonderful flyer. It's not that difficult. Subscribe to my channel where we make things easier. But don't forget, at least you add something down here which says subscribe. Color black, font Arial. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. This is Joe Yabzo. Subscribe.